All right. I think it's going, Terry. I don't know if you can hear me out there, Terry, but I think it's going. I can hear the beat. I got the beat. Yeah, I got the beat. What? I can't hear you, but just mimic what you want to tell me. Play a guitar? Well, it's a ukulele, but oh, okay. Want me to play? Yeah. I can do that. One sec. Let me make sure it's in tune. Okay, I think it's good, Terry. Should I start playing? Okay, here we go. Sweet. It's kind of cool, huh? Yeah. Well, here at Moonbase 14, we got some bad news today, friends. There was a moonquake on the other side of this little dome called Moon. It split a hole into the next dimension. I think number 2. See, we've been living in 6 this whole time. That doesn't matter. That's beside the point. The point is that those sons of bitches were trying to get in today. And one of them managed to, well, you're gonna find out. Oh my gosh, thanks, Terry. Thank you. Terry cut the sound for me. I was getting out of control there for a second. I forgot where I was. Sometimes I get a little ahead of myself. Sometimes 2 heads are better than 1, but they say that only when you're doing good. They don't ever say that when you're doing bad. You know, it's just, let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with the head. All right, here we go. This is a drawing I was working on. Right here. I don't know why I had that piece of paper over it. I still have a ways to go. But I think it looks like something now. What do you guys see? Tell me in the comments that each comment costs 25 cents right out of your debit. No hassle, no fassle, no tassel. You know that. Just send me gold, send me money as fast as possible. No problem. All right, let's talk. I'm gonna ask you guys some questions. All right. What's your favorite color? Does that color glow in the dark with a black light? Maybe. Let's find out. There's a little ukulele song I wrote called Just For You, my little YouTube friends. All 14 of you. You're the best people I've ever known. Each and every single one of you, we have a memory that nobody can take away from us now. It's so stupid. But I just, I like to say that kind of stuff from time to time. What's it?
Hey, Storie.
Oh, yeah.
It's Terry again.
Hey, Terry.
We're not reading you loud and clear. Your hole has been breached.
What?
And aliens are now entering Moonbase 14. If I were you, I'd get out of there.
What? Terry, can you articulate that a little bit better? Maybe
Story.
Yeah.
There's a hole in your outer wall. Is being let in.
What?
To your Moonbase 14.
What?
I would evacuate as soon as you can. Over.
Okie dokie. You're just letting me know that right now? He's giving me the old slit throat expression through the sound. Oh my god. My friends aliens are breaking into the Moonbase 14 right now. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to call first, to be honest. Oh my gosh, what are we gonna do? Whoo! Alright. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna draw, motherfucker, yeah! Like a little Caucasianoid person on the moon. Yeah, that's me. Little Caucasianoid person on the moon. Leaving too soon. I ain't leaving, Dad. No, you can't make me leave. You gotta go, son. Yeah, back to the beginning. So you gotta wrap it up. That's why they call it rap music. You gotta wrap it up. You know, rapido. Rap. Doesn't make any sense. I guess sort of. Rapido is fast or whatever, speedy. Whatever. I don't know. Who knows? Who cares? Who even speaks all these dead languages anymore? Bad English, Spanish, English, whatever you want to call it. All right. Did you guys like the song? Yeah, that whole thing was the song. Freestyle. I was freestyling. It does cost money though, if you don't mind. It's not totally freestyling. If you listened, you probably owe me about 50 cents. So, but it's okay. You can pay me later. If you see me at a show or something like that, you can walk up and just kick me in the balls. You know, say hi, whatever you want to do. I encourage that kind of roughhousery. Yeah, what goes around really goes around. And then whacks you again. But it's worth it. It's worth it to get closer to the people that I love, my fans, my friends, my family. It wouldn't be the same without you. These road trips and these tours, these wonderful, wonderful adventures that we all go on. So different. You're all so unique and different in your own special little wonderful ways. Hope you know that. And I do remember each and every single one of you. And I do remember all of our children. God bless them all. And God bless you. I heard you sneeze back there. Terry, was that you? Or was that... Terry? Was that you or the alien? I think an alien breached my hull. I can hear him coughing. I didn't mean to sound sexual when I say that. Jeez. Sometimes you say stuff and it just sounds that way, you know? God damn it, yes it does. Stop, dude. Please. I'm trying to draw. Can you get serious for 1 second? Okay, let's check some comments now and see if there's any questions. Let me clear my throat. I'm going to explain everything as we go. Oh, got a bubble in my throat now. Let me get some water. Just some water. Hold on. Okay. That's some fucking good water. Holy cow. Okay, I'm back. What did I miss? What is it? I thought I was done with this. What are we drawing this for? Where I was working on something else. What the hell? Well, upside down. It looks okay upside down. Anyways, what's going on, everybody? Oh, we're live, Terry? You weren't gonna tell me? What are you giving me the slit throat thing for? I didn't do... What do you mean? I just got here. What? Oh my god. Okay, I guess we're live. Wow. Okay. Shout who out? Shout. Does he not know how to read? How do you know if how do you know if he acknowledged the commenters already? Terry, don't run. Damn it! Every time I fucking look over there, he's ducking behind the glass. It's soundproof. I'm locked out. I'm locked out of the kitchen, friends. Hello, Luna. I don't know what's going on here, but I think Moonbase 14 has been breached. Oh my god. He left some messages earlier. I've got to hear this one more time. I'm sorry.
Hey, Storie, this is Terry. We're not reading you loud and clear. Your hull has been breached, and
Just tell me this.
aliens are now entering Moonbase 14. How are you and get out of there? Over.
I got that message right when I got here earlier this morning, and then I got the second one here. I might play the same one again because I don't name these fucking things.
Yeah, Storie. Yeah, there's a hole in your outer wall, and space is being let in to your Moonbase 14. I would evacuate as soon as you can. Over.
Yeah, and this is coming from Terry, the guy who's in charge of like security. He took over the last asshole. I think his name was Reginald or something like that. Took over. And now I have 25 seconds to live, according to this thing on my wrist that's telling me how much oxygen I have left in my lungs. But I have storage. Storage is in my earlobes, as you well know, Luna. Up here, you gotta put oxygen wherever you can. And sometimes the earlobes are the best place because they do expand quite a bit. As everybody that has dealt with earlobes in their lives usually probably would know, I would assume. But that's assuming a lot, Luna. I'm scared. I'm scared, Luna. Do you have room over on 13? Over. I keep thinking I'm on the walkie-talkie. I'm sorry. Those things died years ago. Along with the last roommate I ever had. I miss him so much. Tasted pretty good though. I mean, not good. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean to sound so jolly saying that. He did taste pretty damn fucking good though. Stop. You make me hungry. See, every time I sit down to draw, somebody else wants to come on kicking out. It's not fair. Like, can't I just come out and draw for a while without you guys all butting in? I'm not talking to you people on the chat. I'm talking to myself. And myself. They're so silly. They have a wisecrack to say about every stupid little thing. And it drives me up my balls. I mean, the walls. You just like saying balls. Just a little bit, Lean. I do. Why do you think that is? What do you mean? Why do you think that is? It's just an expression. At the last second, I don't know what I'm gonna say next, and is that the best you can come up with then, huh? Well, at the time, I'm not Mr. fucking Ad-lib or whatever improv over here. Know where you're claiming to be. Well, there you go. Right. Jesus. What is this? Nothing. Cool. Can you go away? Sure. Okay. Bye. Later. See you, Lean. Jesus. That's kind of awkward. Now talk about freestyle. Like living free in my frickin' head over here. Lean scabs. If you were to jump in here and start drawing, now you'll be running home to your mommies and stuff and crying and stuff. Like little babies. What I don't know how to put people down. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those people. I can roast somebody, but I have to know them pretty well first. And they have to know that love, hate, these things do not consume me. But I will use them against you in ways you never thought humanly possible. It's just something worth remembering sometimes. You mess with the boy, you will get the horns. That's right, little boy. That's right. Sometimes. This memory is long. Yes, that's true. We have a long memory. Very long. Our hatred is rich. What? Let's not go around saying that out loud. What would you call it? Abysmal. Chasmal. What, chasm? Mm-hmm. Cool. That's all right. I like that you don't say chasm, you say chasm. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. I don't know, but it's gonna turn out looking like. Let's see. What do you guys think? You have a spare storage closet if you don't mind sharing with a rat named Kevin? You have a pet? You have a rat? You have a Kevin named Rat? You have a rat named? You have a friend named Rat? I mean, shit. Yeah. You have a friend named Kevin and he's a rat and he lives in a closet? I gotta meet this Kevin. Sounds like somebody that I want to know. I have a cat in a boat with in a hat near a road with a toad in it on it. And we're all licking that frog. Don't do drugs, kids, but we licked the frog and we learned how to go to the other side of the universe. And then we came back and we told people all about it as much as we possibly could, and we ended up in jail. The end. It's a cool story. Is that real? Did that really happen to you? Oh yeah. Don't ever do peyote in New Mexico under the under. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say under the planetary alignment or something. The aliens come back and they don't take kindly to strangers. Oh, those were the days. Peyote. Let's sing it. Let's sing it, friends. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's right. La 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 la. Peyote in Mexico. Wrote this song so long ago now. You know, memory fades after a few thousand, about 100 days, 100 years. Little green man on the road, holding us hostage for God knows how long. Oh, I'm so scared. Think I paid my pay. Little green man in a spaceship. Amen. All right. That was an accidental rockin' jamming right there. We're just rocking and jamming out, friends. One way or the other, all end up in that old tin little square box, you know, burned up alive and whatnot. You might as well just enjoy the pain while you have it. While you get to enjoy it, just get down with that groovy old bitch. You know what I'm saying now? Come on, just shake those boots. All right. You know, it's so funny because I do this and I didn't mean to, but now it looks like some kind of bull. There's the horns and it's looking that way and the knife's coming out of the goddamn mouth. Pardon my French, folks. I don't speak it. Never did, never will. I like my French fries like I like my Japanese fries. Just like French fries, I guess. Wherever you are, they're French fries. I wrecked them. I wreck them. Son of a gun. I've been listening to way too much outlaw country. Hope y'all are just doing and tooting, having a good old night. All right. Terry, you want to explain? Why there's black stuff on my fingers? I don't remember ever giving anybody consent to. Huh? What is that supposed to mean, Terry? Terry? Sometimes I'm thinking that you're not even there. I don't understand that facial expression. Am I supposed to? You could turn the sound on so I could hear you, but you don't. You always say it's broken, and it ain't. I go in there and I turn it on every time. Son of a bitch. Sorry, friends. It's just frustrating. I'll put a little dab here, and then the next day there's a whole big gob. You see? And I didn't do it, but it looks like something I would draw. It doesn't make no sense. So I'm just sitting in this little Moonbase here, just trying to make sense of all this crap. I feel like I'm being poked and prodded and probed and whatnot. A little green man, I suppose. Terry, you're giving me the old what? You're saying that's gonna happen? You know something I don't know? Just tell me. Some bitch. Sorry, friends. Bad English. I was raised on it, just like I was raised on whiskey. Just like I was raised on whiskey dicks. Yep. Bad English and whiskey dicks. Whistling. I mean, I think the expression is whistling Dixie Height. I don't quite remember, and I don't think it matters much in the end. Once you're in that old tin pine hole pinball machine box, oh boy, it's one way to save. That's how Granddaddy told me. Just get an old pinball machine box. Just bury me in that crap. Ain't nobody gonna care, you know. Unless it's an open casket, and it was. Well, let's just say the grandpa wasn't quite dry before they put him in there, and only slid right through that thing. Killed about 4 people at the funeral. Honky-donk dang time that we had over there. Not even worth mentioning, really. It's kind of a private thing. I don't know why I said that out loud. But I did, and I do apologize in advance for anything that Terry, he's giving me the slit throat thing again, which means that's time for another song. Okay, another song. Happy had his feet run, slid out the paper box. Oh, you don't want me to play that one, Terry? The other one? What other one? I think that's the only one I wrote so far. Oh gosh, okay. Can who play what? Huh? What are you asking me? Can you play the song her you have asked me this 777 times. I've been counting. No, I cannot play that. I literally cannot play that. I won't play that. I shan't. You know why, love? It's not that I can't or won't and don't want to, even though it's all of those things. But YouTube wouldn't let me anyways, even if I wanted to. It would copyright it. They would tear down the fourth wall that is between us, bare me naked in front of everybody, and beat me to death. Hypothetically, metaphorically, and stuff. No, I mean, it's copyright. I can't do stuff like that. I can't even play my own songs. That's why I'm doing off the cuff. Everything's off the cuff, darling. Everything is off the cuff. That's why I don't have any cuffs. They're completely off. I have some on my ankles, though. Don't worry. I'm going to learn the song. I'm going to get around it. And I'm going to, well, my P.O. box is in the description if you want to send me some gold. And then I'll think about covering it. But I won't just stop there. I'll live stream it from outside your bedroom window, holding a radio that looks like a YouTube monitor or an old school like PC or something like that, and I'll be like singing it, holding the computer. No, that wouldn't work, would it? I would have to be playing the song, right, on the uke. Yeah, yeah. What's your address? Obviously, I'm just kidding. I'm just playing. Don't ever send anybody your address. I just thought that was kind of fun. No, I appreciate the request though. Yeah, but I would still have to learn it. I can't just like play a random song. Like, I'm sorry. But also, did you hear what I was playing? Did you listen to what I was saying and stuff? Like, okay, just making sure. I mean, I can freestyle like an MMFer. Don't make me say it again. But you know, I it would be embarrassing for me to just be so good all at once. You know what I mean? I have to like spread it out a little bit. I have to be really boring for about 20 minutes, and then I got to do something wildly entertaining for about 5. So stick around. It's gonna get so much more boring, and then kind of interesting maybe if you're into that sort of thing. No, but yeah, no. Coming to the Story Grub Club is you know, it's wild, but you never know what you're gonna get. But, but you just get a lot of. It's like watching grass grow. So now I'm gonna talk about making art like I usually do, and my process. So right now, I'm drawing these little lines like that, and they circle like a little horseshoe, and they circle around, and then I put a little line in the middle. And then I have my lips are kind of dry. I'm gonna get some water. Hold on. Whoa, hold on. Anyways. Oh my god, this pen is brand new. It just winked at. Did you see that? It winked at me. Oh my god, Sharpays are so cool. I love Sharpays. Sharpay. Don't go down on me now, baby. Hope we just got started.
I won't. I love you so much.
Oh, I love you too, Sharpay.
Oh, I love you.
Hey, you don't get to no, you're permanent.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Otherwise, I'd be all over you.
Oh,
No, but keep drawing.
okay.
Thank you. I love you. You're gonna die soon.
What?
Nothing. Just keep drawing.
Okay.
Little horseshoe with a line in it right there. Boom. And you got a shitload of little horseshoes with lines in them, and they look like something popping out of the side of this fucking head thing. And then you got stupid ass Mickey there, looking a damn fool. You know, or a damned fool. What's the difference, right? Making money, not not burning it like you should, little motherfucker. And then you got little more horseshoes, maybe a little circle up there with a dot in it. And that's gonna be an eyeball for something over here. Just another little dot. You just do this, you put a little nose right there and shit. Then you can put a little lip right there, some teeth. Just smiling. This pen's already dying. I think it's the paper. The paper is, well, it's actually like poster board. But usually Sharpies do pretty good on these things. And then you can just draw like more teeth and bottom lip, and then a little chin, and then that's how you can like just keep the drawing grow, or keep the drawing growing. I don't know how to say that. That's how it can continue, is what I'm trying to say. Because you can just draw like a random face, and then because then you gotta draw, hypothetically, you would want to draw hair or something like that. And so then you can use the hair to be like vines for like a flower. And you can draw those little stupid things. And they look, I like them because they look like feathers. They could be feathers or like, or anything. And they're just fodder. I'm pretty sure I stole that from Theo Ellsworth. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of him, but he's an illustrator I met in Portland a long time ago. He now lives in Montana, but he's an avid illustrator like me. He's way more professional about it, though. He knows exactly what kind of work he wants to do. I'm all over the place like a fucking child, but he's a really talented dude. You should check him out. Theo Ellsworth. And he did this creature once. He gave me a book of his or something, and I looked at some of his creatures. He does these really cool creatures and these weird situations and stuff. He just released a graphic novel too. But he, what was it? Oh yeah, he let me, or gave me one of his, maybe he did lend it to me. I never gave it back. Or just a drawing or something like that. But I've seen a lot of his stuff. I mean, you can see it online. And even the one I'm talking about, it's like a cat or something, and it's just made up of these kinds of things. It looks like scales or something. And so I kind of just took, and I just, learn little things along the way, and then just make them my own. Little tricks. But I slow myself down quite a bit too. I wish I could just free flow like Keith Haring or something, but I don't do that kind of art. I like his work. I like Keith and like people like that's work, but I can't. I need to fill a space. I can't just do these big, bold. I don't know. He made stick figures look awesome. I can't do that. I can't draw stick figures. Mine just look stupid. I think my talent lies in like how what talent, or like my worth as an artist or something like that. My contribution. It doesn't come from me just being able to draw a perfect little circle, or something 1,000 times. It comes from what I do with those little circles and how I put them together and make it entertaining for you to look at or somebody else to look at. Even myself, because a lot of the time when I was a kid, I would just draw things because I wanted to see what it would look like. or I'd have an idea. Sometimes, well, I did comic books all throughout my childhood. I made my own comic book series, and they had run-off series and guest appearances from other characters I made up from other comic books I made up, and drew. I drew all these comic books. I have a shitload of them still, from the fourth grade up until I was a senior in high school. That's all I did was draw comic books. And of course, other things, but mainly just comic books I drew. I was a crazy, weird little kid. I was like, I was 15 in 1995. I said, I told that to these folks that were at Trader Joe's, or yeah, they were at the checkout. There's a girl and this old man, older guy. He was like 5 years older than me. Old man. I'm an old man. Um, and yeah, we were talking about something about the '90s or something, and I said, yeah, I was 15, and oh yeah, no, the price of my food and everything I got was 1995, and I was like, 1995, that was a good year, and the girl was like, oh, I bet, but I wasn't even born yet. She was born in 2001 or something, and then the older dude was like, oh yeah, I was like, and he was trying to think about how old he was, and I was like, I was 15. I remember exactly how old I was. That year was the most important year of my life. Up until that point, it was like shocking how much I changed that year. I ran away from my fucking crazy ass dad. I ran away from his ass and lived with my stepdad and my mom, who didn't even want me over at their place. Well, I mean, my mom did, and I mean, but like there just wasn't room for me, and it just was. It looked bad because my stepdad was in the hospital when it happened, so he felt like we did it behind his back, which is funny because he was having back surgery. But it wasn't like that. It was just like a fuse broke in me, and I just had to fucking leave that night. Otherwise, I just wouldn't have been able to do it. And and yeah, I ended up like running away and like being with my mom and stuff for a long time. Uh, I think I was a sophomore in high school. Yeah, I was a sophomore when I was 15, and that would have been around like March or something. I think it was around March or February or something. But I didn't talk to my dad's side of the family for like 8 months or something. Like none of them reached out to me or anything. They were like, "Oh, Sean just ran away. Oh yeah, we're not gonna bother trying to call him." And my dad, of course, did and shit because everything was crazy. But anyways, I oh yeah, it was like a few weeks later, because a few weeks later my sisters went to Modesto and saw their mom for a week for that Christmas or Easter break. I'm sorry, and uh, I yeah, I was listening to like Nirvana and stuff, and I like ripped up all my clothes. I cut like I started drawing on all my fucking clothing and ripped them up with scissors and stuff. And then started playing guitar in April or like late March or something like that of '95. So it's a really crazy year, like formative year. I went to a bigger high school and met like other kids like me for the first time like ever. Because before that I was out in the country and there's only like 8 kids in my class, in my graduating class of like 8th graders. So it's like 9 of us. So I stood out there, but when I went to high school, it was scary because I mean, like I've said before, art always like kind of like helped me get through weird situations with people that who otherwise would probably have like beaten my ass or something. Like especially like gangsters and shit, because like Hamilton City was gnarly with gangs and shit. But especially the locker room. But the like I was saying a few weeks ago, I think like most of the homies and shit would just ask me to do drawings for them and stuff, and because they would notice that I could draw. But some of them knew that my dad was a cop too, and so maybe they didn't fuck with me because of that. But some of them certainly did fuck with me, and it was scary because I just I'm not a fighter. And I daydream about like fighting and being like, Indiana Jones and shit, but I've never punched anybody in the face with a closed fist in my life. I've never punched anybody in the face. Ever. The last person that I like slapped in the face was probably my stepbrother when I was when I was a kid, like 13 years old or something like that. Or maybe, yeah, something like that. Because after like I started listening to certain music and getting differently, and I I, s- I never hurt anybody again if I could help it physically. Not that I set out to hurt people mentally, but yeah. Don't get me wrong, I've roughhoused with people and things like that, and like slapped buddies with their consent and stuff at the bar. Like I've done some crazy ass shit to my body when I was drunk, but yeah, and I got my tooth knocked out from some fucking buddy who blindsided me, and it wasn't even a fair fight. Um, I got my tooth knocked out for it, but I was standing up for a buddy of mine, and I would do it again. And I like having a missing front tooth. I feel like Alfred E. Newman, which I also grew up reading a lot of Mad Magazine. Anyways, you just learned some stuff about me if you even care to listen. I was a little scrapper, man, when I was a kid. I remember like having this one of the last times I ever fought too with like a kid at school was in the around the 7th grade, like where I just fought with somebody and didn't punch. We were just kicking each other and pushing each other and stuff. But it was this fucking kid, and I like for some reason we just had it out for each other, and it wasn't. I just remember like one day we got into a fight, and I just got all choked up like I was gonna cry, and I couldn't control my emotions, and it's a weird thing to think about. It's a weird thing to remember. And I remember this other kid's name. His name was Jonathan, and I just really don't understand why I was so angry at him all the time. Because he was like the leader of one soccer team, and I was of the other side, and um, every morning we would all get together and just have these like battles, like um, before class, like before school started, and after, like during recess, we'd always just run out there really quick and just hammer each other. And he and I would be like going at it with the soccer ball, and he'd be kicking my legs, and I'd kick him back. And it was insane. We were just for no reason. And I'm like still sort of like that. I don't know how or why, but with games and things like that, I'm really competitive, and I wish I wasn't. Like I think that's why I get so worked up out on the road too, because people act like it's you win or lose on the road. Like I'm first, I get there first. It's like you don't have to be first to like catch the fucking, because people will like zoom in front of you, like risk, riding your ass and getting in front of you just so they can like go to a light that you're going to, kind of thing. And it's just, I just don't understand people's mentality, and it drives me crazy. But because it seems like most drivers are just oblivious to how bad they are at driving. But I allow them to make me a bad driver as well by getting me all by myself getting letting myself get worked up. I get heated, and then you can't think straight, and you make stupid decisions. And I've been working on that like big time, like for the past few weeks, and like trying to like cool myself down in those moments and just laugh and just get over if you can, because it's not worth it really. But it's scary down here because I mean I lived in Portland for 4 years and shit, and like I had a car up there for 2 of those years or something, and I swear people up there didn't drive as crazy as they do down here. It's like a madhouse down here, and nobody uses their signals. Not even the cops use their signals, which is something I got pulled over for, like in Boise once. Like the only time I've ever gotten pulled over. Do you know why I pulled you over? I'm like, nope. I honestly don't. And he's like, you made a lane change back there. Do you remember? And I'm like, oh yeah, to get around that car. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. And he's like, well, you didn't leave your signal on long enough, your turn signal long enough when you changed lanes. And I'm just like, whoa, okay. And then he got a call. Something bigger was happening. He's like, this is a warning, just don't do it again. And then when he went to turn away and he took a right on the road, he needs his fucking turn signal. That's what I hate about cops too. It's just like, if you're gonna like preach the law, at least like lead by example. That's I hate that about anybody if they do that kind of shit. Because I was raised by a cop. It's just like I use my signal. I know. I mean, I understand the importance of doing that shit and the consequences. It might if you have a turn signal, you might as well just let the person behind you know where you're going. But people will get in the turn lane and then turn their turn signal on. It's like the weirdest thing too. That happens so much. Those are the kind of things that I pay attention to on the road, and it drives me absolutely insane. Because growing up, every time I was with my dad, he would always say, "What's that guy doing wrong? What did that person do wrong? What did that van do wrong? What did that truck do wrong? What do you see there?" And it was just like it was ever since I was born. My dad was like that, and plus we were driving ever since we were born. Like he would teach us he would sit us on the lap and these for miles, and let us just drive. But he'd be holding. But by the time we were older, we would always be driving, the car, like with one of our like our hand or whatever. If we were going long distance, he would always just chill and like let us drive with just the wheel, like but he would hit the gas and stuff, and we would steer. I would steer for him or shift. I mean, like in his like old Toyota. Sorry, I'm just blabbing. It's crazy to think about like that kind of stuff because those were like that was the early '80s, and my parents lived in it's the northern county in California. It's called Modoc, and that's where I grew up. For the first years of my life. I was born around Chico. I was born in Paradise, but then lived in Chico. And then we pretty much went right up there. I think my grandparents lived up there. And my dad loved it because it was out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm sure Alturas is just like a really awesome, bustling town now, but like Klamath Falls or something, maybe. I don't know if they're awesome. I'm just saying. Because I'm sure people would be like, I hate it. But I love any freaking town. I think there's beauty in everywhere, in everyone. Of course, you're never gonna like it anywhere for like all those reasons, all the reasons. Even down here, like I was saying, people are just in such a hurry to do nothing, to go nowhere, and it's just so funny because they're surrounded by so much beauty, and people are just so angry and bitter. See, even Therma agrees with me. But I guess my job should just to be to shut up, and if you're gonna, I don't know, shut up and get out of the way, and then try to just cheer some people up, because it's so funny sometimes that this I'll make like really stupid jokes, and these girls were in there one day, like these young girls, college students or something, and this girl bought a big bag of food, and or treats for her dog or something, and she was getting ready to leave the counter, and I said, "Hey, would you mind if?" I was like, "Hey, would you mind opening it so I could have one before you guys leave?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, sure," or something like that. And I was just like, "No, I was just kidding." Her friend like was laughing already and stuff, but I forget exactly how I worded it, but I said like I hadn't eaten all day, and I would she mind if she opened it up and gave me a treat before she left? And she was totally gonna do it. She was like the sweetest person. And I was like, no, I'm just kidding. Okay. But her friend was, and then she got the joke, and she just started laughing her ass off too. But I don't know. That's the kind of stuff like when you. I like being really helpful to people because when I go into a store, if I see somebody, I won't be all over people in the customer service job, that I work, but I'll say, hey, how's it going? Let me know if you need anything, kind of thing. But the second if I look over, and if I see you and you're like looking around, like you're like confused or something, I'm like on it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not like Mr. Customer Service 101 person, even though I've been trained very well. I worked in a grocery store that pride itself on that kind of stuff. But for me, it's just how I would want to be treated if I was in the store. I don't want to hang out in the store. I want to fucking get my shit and leave. And if you're sitting there looking confused, I'm at least gonna go over and make sure I can help alleviate those confusions. And and sometimes people appreciate that because most of the time people think they know what they're looking for, and then they stand there for 20 minutes, and then they finally say, actually, because they don't want to look stupid, and so, and I don't mind looking stupid. That's my job. Like, that's my life. But yeah, I've always thought of myself as, or people, I guess, like, what do you call it? In therapy or whatever, there's the jesters and stuff, the people in society who, I don't know, who carry the weight of others if they can, or like jesters and clowns, and I don't know. It's like in the family too. There's a family dynamic too, where the middle child or the younger child is always trying to cheer everybody up, and most of the time it's to their detriment. But I think you can also learn to do that and still exist and be free of guilt and not have to like let other people's sadness weigh you down so much. It gets easier once you learn how to get rid of it yourself, That's what I do when I go to the ocean. Just say thank you. Yeah. You've been writing in the comments. I'm sorry, I've just been blabbing. But I should go rest. Ugh. I appreciate the company. Oh, good. Comics. Thanks, Team Quack. Team Quack. From the Outback Attack. Jack. All right. Sorry, Nathan. Got your song. Oh, maybe I can write it down. What is it? It's my song. So you said it was your song, but then you say it's Kwasai Cow or something like that. It's kind of weird. All right. Oh, can I play it? You mean like can I like play it on a radio or something? He wasn't even asking me to play it like on my guitar. I think that's now that I'm picking up what he's putting down. I think that's what it sounds like, anyways. Which is a total fine request, but it's just like no, I wouldn't feel comfortable playing somebody else's song on my channel unless I heard it first, and then I probably would. I'm sure, if I could. Anyways, I'm blabbing again. Thanks, Luna. I appreciate the company, and everybody else too. And y'all be safe and be kind to yourselves. Cut yourself some slack. Believe me, if I can do it, it's not easy, but you don't have to do it all at once. Or you can just give yourself a time limit. You can be like, for the rest of the night, I'm just gonna cut myself some slack. And if tomorrow I feel like I need to pull that slack back, whatever. But for tonight, for the next few hours, life is good, Everything's in its right place. And things are really how they are supposed to be. And I think that there's some peace in that, even if it's for a few hours. So, love you. And go love yourselves, okay? And take care.